After Japan's attack on Pearl Harbor, fear and racism erupted across the United States. Over 120,000 Japanese Americans, most of them U.S. citizens, were forcibly removed from their homes and incarcerated in internment camps under Executive Order 9066. Branded as enemy aliens, Japanese Americans were stripped of their rights, but in 1943 the U.S. government reversed that course, authorizing the formation of an all-Nisei combat unit, Nisei meaning the second generation Japanese Americans. It was a contradiction. The country that imprisoned their families now asked for their fight in its name. The 442nd was born out of a desire to prove loyalty, honor, and identity. Alongside them were members of the 100th Infantry Battalion, earlier volunteers from Hawaii, where internment was not as widespread. Together, they adopted a motto that captured their spirit: go for broke, a gambler's term meaning for risk everything for victory. Their training camp at Camp Shelby was grueling. Southern racism, combined with anti-Japanese prejudice, made life difficult. But the men forged ahead, driven by the dream that their service might restore the dignity stolen from their families. By mid-1944, the 442nd Regiment Combat Team was deployed to Europe. First stop, Italy. In the treacherous Apennine Mountains, the Nisei soldiers faced a relentless German defense and brutal terrain. They fought uphill, often without armor support, in the rain and snow that soaked their clothes and froze their boots. They became experts in what others considered impossible: night attacks, mountain warfare, pushing through landmines and machine gun nests with little rest and fewer supplies. They helped shatter the German Gothic Line, a series of fortified positions thought impenetrable, but their most legendary battle still lay ahead. In October 1944, in the Vosges Mountains of eastern France, the 442nd received a near impossible mission: rescue the lost battalion, 275 men of the 1st Battalion, encircled by German forces and out of food and ammunition. The terrain was dense, soaked with rain, and nearly impassable. German machine guns were hidden behind trees, snipers in every ridge. Each forward meant entering a new kill zone. The men of the 442nd fought non-stop for 5 days and nights, through freezing rain, through artillery barrages, through exhaustion so deep it blurred the line between the living and the dead. At one point, a single company of 186 men was reduced to 17. Some soldiers had to crawl forward inch by inch, knowing every bush might conceal a German gunner. They survived on cold rations, if any, and couldn't sleep more than minutes at a time. One Nisei soldier, Barney Hajiro, charged a German machine gun nest alone, saving countless lives and earning the Medal of Honor. Others, like George Sakato, braved bullets to pull wounded comrades to safety, returning again and again through fields of fire. The unit broke through German lines on October 30th, rescuing the lost battalion. But the price was staggering: over 800 casualties for a single mission. The 442nd paid in blood what most would not have dared attempt it. The soldiers of the 442nd didn't just face enemy fire. They fought hunger, cold, injury, and the knowledge that back home their families were behind barbed wire. Every bullet they dodged, every friend they buried, every inch they gained, it was done for the country that had questioned their loyalty. But they proved it, not in words, but in sacrifice. Their valor in the Vosges remains one of the most heroic feats in the U.S. military history. While they fought and bled in Europe, the soldiers' families remained imprisoned in internment camps back home. Their absence was not just noticed, but felt deeply. Letters were censored, visits were rare. Imagine storming in Nazi bunkers overseas, only to wonder if your mother was sleeping behind barbed wire. Their fight wasn't just against fascism, it was against erasure, against the idea that they didn't belong. When the war ended, the 442nd had become the most decorated unit for its size in U.S. history. Over 18,000 individual awards, including 21 Medals of Honor, yet their story was nearly forgotten. Decades later, many of these soldiers continued their service, not on the battlefield, but in the courtroom and in Congress, advocating for civil rights, reparations, and the dignity of their community. The story of the 442nd is not just about medals or battles. It's about identity, resilience, the courage to fight for a country that has questioned your place in it. As we reflect on the meaning of American patriotism, let us remember loyalty is not measured by the color of your skin or the origin of your ancestors, but by your actions, your sacrifice, and your unbreakable spirit.